This week, we're going to focus on a skill that involves what we call point of view. And point of view means whose perspective is something being told from. For example, if when we come back after the Christmas break, I tell you about something that happened to me, I would use pronouns like I and me and my and our to show that it was something personal. It was about me. And we would call that first person because I'm the first person that experiences it. But what if I told you something had happened to my daughter over Christmas break? Well, I wouldn't say things like I or me or my. If I was telling a story about someone else, I would use words like he, or in this case, if it's my daughter, I would say she or her. And you would know then that it wasn't about me, and we call that third person. Now, there is another point of view. We don't touch on it a lot in fourth grade, where second person is where a narrator will address the reader, and you might see words like you and your. But first person and third person are mostly the ones that we will be focusing on in fourth grade this year. So let's take a look. The story that you're going to be reading um, today is called At the Library. Now, we've already talked about genre. It is a fantasy, but you're going to be focusing in on the point of view of Rick Dodson, the librarian at the library. And as you can see on the cover, there are some magical people, and they're called the Bookers, which kind of is really cute because they live at the library and they're called the Bookers. So you kind of get the imagery and the fun and that fantasy. What you're going to be doing today, though, after you listen to the story, is you are going to click on this graphic organizer. Now, Mr. Smith has introduced you to how to use Kami, all right? So you're going to annotate with Kami, but as you can see, it is kind of sideways. So what you're going to do is you're going to, let's see, remember how I did this. We're going to annotate it with Kami because you're going to be able to write on there. We're going to click no thanks. And then over here, these three little bars, when I hover over it, it says menu. And if I rotate this counterclockwise, it now is where I need it to be. And then over here on the left, I can click on the text box and I can type in my name. Or let's say that I want to use the drawing tool and I want to use red. Maybe I want to circle this. I'm not saying that you want to do that, but you can use the drawing tool. You can use the text box and fill that in. Let's say you don't like what you just did. I can click on the eraser and it erases it right off. Let me erase my name on there. Where's the eraser? It's not erasing it. Well, I'll figure out why that's not doing that. But the graphic organizer is wanting you to look at the point of view of Rick the librarian and the Bookers. And each page, you're going to answer, what is the character thinking and feeling? What's Rick thinking and feeling? What are the Bookers thinking and feeling? On page 167, page 168, and page 169. Again, that's how we get to know the characters. And then when you get finished, you can work with a partner or you can work alone, either way, and reread paragraph 1 in the story. What time of day is it? And how do you know? Okay. And you can write this in a notebook, or you can put this on a separate piece of paper and take a picture of it. What does the word descent mean in sentence 2 in that same paragraph? And what clue words help you understand this word's meaning? We're going to be talking about context clues this week. So what context clues are going to help you to understand what that word descent means? And last, what does the author mean by the phrase, books are my friends? That's figurative language, which is often used in fantasies. So I want you to take a look at those. So remember that you're going to have to use the menu to turn this on its side, use the text box to do your writing, and the drawing tool if you need that.